and I was bullied. Hey guys, so today I want to tell you guys a story about when I got jumped and like what happened after that. It gets a little spicy, so stay to the end to really know exactly what happened to this girl. So during the summertime, I would normally go to my grandmother's house because in her neighborhood they would close the street, so like we would be able to like play games and stuff. So one day I'm with my friends and we're just sitting in front of the building, hanging out, chit-chatting. I see the sister of the girl that I really don't get along with. Her and I, like, we've just always had like a vendetta against each other. It's just one of those situations where, like, you know, that person just doesn't vibe with you. But like, we had similar friends, I guess, because, you know, when you're young, you don't really know that bitches is fake when they hang out with other girls that aren't your friend. So Karen's coming down the block. I could see like everyone like start getting uncomfortable and stuff because she was just one of those girls where like everything bothered her and she always wanted to fight people. She just wasn't like the friendly type. She wasn't cool with everyone, but she like slept around a lot. She had a baby and then her parents sent her to DR, so she had just came back from DR. So as she's coming down and getting closer and closer to us, I can see her like whispering in her friend's ears, like talking shit about something. I had no idea what it was at the time. I still don't know what she was talking shit about, but I'm pretty sure it was about me. Maybe because I'm cute. I don't know why she didn't like me. I don't know. She probably liked my ex-boyfriend. So as she gets closer to me, so she's like in Spanish because she don't know English. She's like, ay, pero ya que tiene braces. Like, okay, what? So I look at her and I laugh because one, shorty's had braces on for like 5 years already. You're a hoe. So as I'm getting up to like, you know, continue going back and forth and start arguing with this girl, I literally like feel her hand go like this to my hair. Pulls me off of the fucking ledge that I'm standing on as I'm like swinging behind my head, like drags me onto the middle of the street. So we start fighting. Literally 2 seconds, all 3 of her friends and her sister come in and jump me and jump me and jump me and jump me. The girls that I was with that were my friends, they just stood sitting there like nothing was going on. They were just like, my brother grabs me on my shoulder like, let's go. These bitches are just there like talking mad shit or whatever, and my brother just starts arguing back with them. So I'm like, you know, bickering back at them, talking my shit, and I'm walking down the block. I get upstairs to my grandmother's house. My grandmother's pissed because I'm quote unquote starting problems. To the phone, I call my mom. I'm like, yo, like this happened or whatever. Literally 2 seconds later, the police are literally knocking on the door talking about, oh, they need to see me. This girl is pressing charges and blah, blah, blah. First of all, I'm 12 years old and she's 18. Don't let the height confuse you. I'm not however old she thought I was at the time. So my mom, she literally got there in like 5 minutes. Her and my aunt came. I was sitting in a holding cell for like an hour while my mom situated everything. My mom was like this close to pressing charges because the bitch literally scratched me right here and she left me a scratch right here. She knew that for me to avoid these girls, all I would have to do was just not go back to my grandmother's house for a while. My mom kind of gave me that talk. Like, she told me, stay away from the girls that I was hanging out with at that time because none of them did anything to stop the fight. And also because like nothing ever good comes out from being over there. That wasn't my first fight that I ever had there. It was just something constantly happening with these girls. So a while passed after I actually like went back to my grandmother's house. So this is like late April, early May. I get out of school one day and I'm gonna go hang out with my new boyfriend. We're gonna call him Thomas, and we're in front of my grandmother's building. We see Karen's sister walking by and he's like, isn't that the girl that jumped you? And I was like, oh yeah, it is. So something literally came over me. I felt like somebody had like just picked me up and was just like, go. So I'm like calling her name. I'm like, Karen, Karen. And she's like ignoring me, acting like she can't hear me. So I was like, all right, whatever. By the time I had stopped saying Karen to get her attention and like I wanted to just go to her, she was already like halfway down the block, about to cross the street. So as I'm walking towards her, I feel like she just starts like speed walking because she can feel my presence like behind her. All I wanted to do basically was like just see what she was gonna do, because like she really caught me slipping the first time, but like now I'm ready to fight you and like you've just been in hibernation this whole time, so like I want to know what you have to say now. So I get to her, I like let her look at me, and then I just started swinging. It just happened so fast. Her face is all red, she's bleeding. Like I literally got her down to the floor so fast, pouncing on her. because I was just so mad. I had so much anger built inside of me from that day. A lot of other things that she was saying online on Facebook and stuff. It was just everything all accumulated into one, and I just exploded. Thomas comes and he grabs me. He's like, just get off her, like that's it, like that's it, like you won, we get it, you won, it's all right, like just stop. Because I just couldn't stop. It was just like all hell broke loose. All I remember was seeing like her whole entire face red, like all of this was red. Her mouth right here on the bottom was just like gushing blood. It was just nasty. I didn't like it. Like it was just nasty. It wasn't a good time for me back in those days. I was just tired of being bullied all the time. I was tired of being picked on. And like this girl, she had like really like tried to belittle me as a person, and it just didn't sit well with me. The same exact police that came to my grandmother's house literally came that same time, and they just let everything go because she wasn't pressing charges. After that, I never seen either of them again. Like, I used to go to my grandma's house all the time after that. Because of my boyfriend at that time, Thomas, I would go over there to hang out with him and see my grandmother and stuff. But I never ever ran into them again. They just like disappeared. I guess the older one went back to DR, and then the other one, she just didn't come outside anymore. The girls that I was with that were my friends, a couple years later, they were like, oh yeah, like you were kind of in the wrong because you started that. I was like, how? After that, they were dead to me. I remember while hitting her though, I was like, you wanted to jump me, right? You wanted to jump me, right? If you know anyone that's getting bullied, like just really try to be there for them, because it's kind of hard. There's many paths that you can go in while you're being bullied, but one of the worst ones is like when you start holding it in and making it anger, because it'll really never go away until you actually like let it out. Go to your therapist, you know, release all of that negative energy that you have inside it. Just let it all out. That wasn't the ending of like my fighting series. I kept fighting after that because people kept trying to play with me. Like people literally kept trying to play me. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate you guys listening to my crazy ass story. Hope you guys stay safe and stay home. Maintain your 6 feet away from people, and I'll see you guys soon. Like a dumbass fucking magician. Hi guys! I need like a little tripod for my notebook. Where was that at? I forgot to say that. Serious topics, okay? I don't want it to be like, oh my gosh, she was bullied. No. I was really excited, and now I don't even know what to say anymore. I need to describe this better, because the way that this happened, it was so... This story shouldn't take fucking longer than 10 minutes, and I'm sitting here fucking 30 minutes in and I haven't even said a fucking word. You're a disgrace. I guess I was just too friendly sometimes. I don't know why people bullied me when I was young, but after that I didn't let people bully me no more. It was over. It was a wrap.